If you're like me, you don't want useless channels cluttering up your feed. My rule is simple. If I watch 3 videos from the same channel and enjoy them, I usually subscribe. If this is your first or second visit here, welcome. Hope you enjoy. If this is your third time here, go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you can stay up to date on when I make runs and stuff. With that out of the way, let's get into this run here. Can you beat Fallout New Vegas as Spike Spiegel? God, the fucking character creator is awful in this game. Mind you, trying to translate an anime character over into a 3D game like this, not really the best. But he has a narrow chin, somewhat narrow face, bridge of his nose pushed further back in, and of course, the two most distinguishing things about him, his blue suit and his Jericho pistol. Sometimes called a baby eagle, but in the show itself it is just called a Jericho. The one I have here is from a mod. I'm going to try to remember to put it in the description. It has the full gambit of upgrades and whatnot. Starts off as a 38. You can upgrade it to a 10mm and then a 45 later on. Kill the raiders outside the museum. Get some ammo off of them. Put the gun to use. It's snappy. It's quick firing. Hits as it should for this moment. I'd use melee more since Spike does like getting up close and personal a lot of times with his martial arts, but melee in Fallout 4 is just too slow for a character build like that. If you're not using anything, sure, you can hit faster with both hands, but if you're using a weapon of any kind to get your damage up, then all you're doing is throwing haymakers, and it's, I don't know, it doesn't suit his style, so I just figured I'd stick with the pistol for the majority of the run. Speed up the Deathclaw fight here. I had enough ammo that I'd scrounged off of the raiders here to, well, lead the Deathclaw back and forth, taking pot shots at it when I could. If anyone gets motion sick or anything with speeding up like this, since I know some people do, let me know. I know some people zoom the video out some and put a border around it to make it more palatable, I guess. Mind you, I get super fucking motion sick whenever I even have to ride shotgun in a car. 10 minutes, doubled over, ready to puke. It's terrible. This doesn't bother me when I'm editing it, but that just could be because I'm more engaged with it than people watching it are, so if it does, let me know and I'll see what I can do with it. I decided to lead some ghouls up here to the Corvega building so that they can fight some of the raiders since I'm kind of low on ammo. And melee is not really something I'm gung-ho about. Although most of the raiders here do carry 38 pipe pistols. Come on, let's face facts here. This is the United States, right? In the future of a world war, well, future of World War II, if certain things went differently, right? Fairly sure there'd be quite a few guns just running around untouched. And sure, later on you can find them, but there's no way a pattern of pistol became proliferant enough for people to start manufacturing it in their own places and whatnot. Hell, I've seen AKs hammered out of fucking sheet metal. People would probably be using those. Get completely blindsided here. I have no fucking idea what happens, so I figure, okay, well, let's avoid doing that again. Toss a grenade in there. Take out some guys that run up on me. Peek around, take out the last guy. Then I go in to start looting and figure out what the fuck killed me so quickly last time. Take some basic loot, take a shotgun. Realize one of them had a fucking minigun. A modified minigun at that. I just found that funny. I can't remember the last time. I don't think I've ever encountered someone with a minigun in there. I don't know. If you haven't picked up by now, we're siding with the Minutemen. I think it's a great idea to blow up a nuclear-powered car in front of my face. Didn't go too well. I just picked the lock on the Starlight Drive-In after I kill the mole rats. Get that all done up. Go scavenge shit, put a beacon there, some beds and whatnot. Hit up the old North Church. I wanted to say the old Mormon fort. Decide, hey, I'm going to go rescue Nick Valentine now instead of later. Because it's mostly just going to be run around and help people. Getting settlements and the like. Since I don't think Spike would join any of the other factions, right? The Brotherhood, definitely not. The Institute, definitely not. The Railroad, while he would probably sympathize with their ideals, I don't think he would like anyone that's that much of a fucking zealot. So, probably not. So, Minutemen, about keeping people free, seems like something he could go with, so that's what we're going with. Get Nick out, head out, try to smooth talk, and it don't work too well. Never really does work too well for him. Only a few times in the show. I figure, fuck it, just shoot them all. I decide I want to take out the guys with the submachine guns first. And then Darla, she can hit hard with that fucking bat, so aim at her, get everything all set up, toss the last couple of shots on Skinny Malone. Somehow take out Darla in like the first fucking shot. Start panicking, blasting everywhere, and everyone's dead. As I start heading toward Diamond City, my game crashes. I reload back in, like, alright, whatever, that was fucking weird, and my game crashes. At that point, it was starting to fucking annoy me, so I, toss down a quick save, start going up, and for some reason it just works. I don't fucking know, man. Fallout's weird. Walk past Piper and the android. Keep going. No, synth. Just for shits and giggles here, I wanted to see what would happen if I shot the guy instead. I figured everyone would get pissed at me. I was pleasantly surprised. One word before the other there helps. I was surprised that somebody commented on it. And it's a nice little touch from a game that, for me, doesn't have enough detail in it. Talk to Nick about fucking Serial Man here, and I sit here and think about how Diamond City doesn't make any fucking sense from a survival point of view. All that space up in the fucking benches and whatnot, no one's using. All the space under the first set of I was going to say bleachers, but benches that is only used by, like, this place here. People would be living up under there. People would be living in the halls inside of this place. People would use the green to grow crops and shit. People would bail water out from the flooded infrastructure under the place. Right? Hell, even the Colosseum, when it went out of use, had people living in the halls and stuff in it. And up on where people used to sit. That would make more sense for Diamond City, but I don't know. We're just going to blaze through the whole find Serial Man here. I always mark Fort Hagen as soon as I can. That way I can just fast travel here. Don't need to do the whole run-through thing anymore. At this point, the gun's hitting fairly hard. I'm using, I do believe, 45 caliber ammo here. A couple of minor upgrades. Heavy receiver, I think, so it hits harder. It just reloads slower and has more recoil. Even then, it's still a fairly flat shooting gun in this game. Dogmeat won't get out of the way, so I shoot him till he's down, walk past him. That wasn't really putting up too much of a fight. Still, though, it's nice. The only downside is when you upgrade the caliber of the gun, and this is a nice touch, though, the ammo count drops, right? So you could have like 18 or 19 rounds in your magazine of like 38, but you're getting less 10mm and then less 45, even though 10 mil and 45 are fairly comparable in size. Blitz through here, steal everything we can that's not nailed down. All the medicine and whatnot. Put everything out of our misery as we trudge forward. Take every gun. I didn't know this until recently, but guns have ammo in them in this game. Kind of like Stalker. So that's pretty cool. I always figured it was like the old ones, you know, all the ammo is in the inventory of the person, but no. When you kill someone and take their gun, you get the ammo that was in their gun. Which is how I ended up with so much 45 from all the triggermen there. Wait for him to finish talking, open the door, we head on in. I decided I don't want to run into the problem that I had before of the guards killing me before I could kill him. So I focus on them. Don't have enough VATS shots to deal with him. Tosses his grenade, turns invisible like a dick, and just destroys me. Our suit is not armored. And we don't have any toughness. No, wait, we just picked up a toughness. Words are hard sometimes. Perk on our way here to him. So, I just focus him down on VATS. I could take out the other ones without too much of a problem. Also got wood furniture on the pistol here. I think it just looks nice. Gives a good old school retro futuristic feel to it. I've upgraded the pistol quite a bit now. Put a compensator on it. Some different odds and ends. I collected enough shit to put a legendary modification on it. So I put wounding. Because you get shot with a fucking gun, you're probably gonna bleed some, right? So we strangely stare at Preston while other people fucking talk. It's time to go deal with the castle. I just run in, start shooting every fucking thing. You hit it in the hit the Mirelurks and their squishy bits and it does more damage. I just fucking lay into the queen from up on the ramparts here and toss a grenade. Spike is known to use them from time to time. I don't know if the bleed effect stacks, but when you rapid fucking fire this thing, you can lay down some fucking damage. Head to Grey Garden to talk to the robots, get their water flowing again so they can keep making more mutated tomato and potato plants. I guess potatoes are supposed to be an actual thing people have been working on. Yeah, you cut the... It's pretty much a potato that when it grows up out the ground, grows a tomato plant off of it. Which is fucking weird, but... And I could see why someone would want that, although you'd need to... You couldn't get more than one harvest from it if you also wanted the potato part of it, right? Although it just means you would be able to cut a potato up and plant it and get tomatoes off of it, which I guess you could see the utility in that. Anyway, we're draining the place. Just involves killing more overgrown fucking crabs, or whatever the fuck they are. Head on out, talk to the robot lady again. She's happy. So we're happy. And the Minutemen are happy. So we can hurry up and get this done. Go talk to another settlement to go kill some more raiders. That's like 90% of the Minuteman's quests. I figure move through this like I would a Call of Duty game back in the day. Which was pretty much always just aim down sights. Sure, you turn slower, but you know. Also, right there is a no-no when it comes to Bethesda developing, at least back in the day. When they released their creation kit and GEC kits, some of the tips and stuff they gave out with them is always make the doors open away from the player, as to not stick them in corners. Guess somebody at Bethesda forgot that. We moved through, taking out the rest of the raiders, even though we killed the guy we were here to kill. So you could just run in, kill the guy, and then fuck off if you wanted. Pistol whip this last one, steal their duct tape, and then fuck off. They join us. They're happy. We're happy. The Minutemen are happy. I have to go see Big Green at this point, so I decided to say fuck it and plink at a Deathclaw for a bit. Just gonna skip over talking to Virgil. We all know how that goes. Blitz through dealing with the, well, run up to the Corsair, the Mouse Man. Take everything we can. Pick up guns to get the ammo out of them. And drop them when we don't need them. I fucking hate the mines and shit that are on this bridge, so I try to shoot them every time. Sometimes, even though you think you're far enough back, the splash range is just a little bigger than you'd think. Doesn't get me this time, though, which I'm happy about. Try to take everyone out with some good, well-placed shots here. Could have really used the Penetrator perk. Amazing perk. You should take it every run that you do, simply because, one, you can shoot through cover and shit like that with VATS, and two, you can always target fusion cores with it no matter what. So, if you're going against the Brotherhood, it's pretty fucking awesome. Pretty much every soldier with power armor is just a walking mini nuke. Head on in, plinking as we go. Toss in a grenade, close a door, take out a single guy. Move on in. By the by, I'd like to see these games get to a point someday where deformation of terrain is actually a thing. Like, oh, should I throw this grenade down this hallway? Well, if I do, it's gonna blow up the fucking floor, and I'm gonna have to deal with that. So maybe I shouldn't throw this frag grenade in this skyscraper that already has significant damage to it. Anyway, I lay into the fucking Mouse Man here, take everything as, because he don't fucking need it no more. Decide to be nice and help this lady out. Feel like it was something Spike would do, so... Well, that and turning on the elevator for her. So we let her out of her cage. And then we have to go talk to the fucking railroad. I don't like this faction at all. For the reason of, I refer to them as zealots for a reason, right? It'd be like thinking that after the... Okay, let's say the Civil War, right? Not everyone in the South owned slaves, as everyone knows. Very small percentage, like less than 2% of people in the South own slaves, right? It'd be like thinking that simply because slaves were used to produce some textiles in the South, that everyone in the South was fair game to kill because of it, right? Not everyone in the Institute owned slaves. The vast majority of the food in the Institute isn't grown by the fucking slaves. If you want to think of them as people, which, again, I don't. It's... I don't know. I've also said before, I think I've said before anyway, that I think the Institute has to be a lot bigger than what we actually see. Because Bethesda has this thing of, when they explain a place... like the Imperial Capital in the Elder Scrolls, of it being a huge, sprawling place where like hundreds of thousands of people live there, and then you get in game, and then there's like 100 people that are there, right? And it's smaller than my fucking neighborhood, right? So it's one of those things. I feel like it's a limitation, but it'd be cool if one day we got to a point where the way to make that was possible. Sometimes words just kind of get jumbled up when you're trying to say shit. I'm getting better with it though, which I'm happy about. Anyway, we break into the Institute. One of the things you have to do to side with the Minutemen is piss the Institute off. So, we kill Father. Oh yeah, by this point I have like a samurai katana wrap on the handle of my gun, which is pretty cool. Head back to the castle to defend it. Nope. Not yet. To get under it to build the artillery so that later on we can use... I never fucking use the flares. I don't need them. Mind you, I have all the settlements I need at this point. I lay into the battle bot here, and... Again, this gun is no fucking joke. There was even like a cheat receiver you could put on it, but that does like 1,000 damage or some shit, and That didn't seem fair, so I just stuck with the, like, calibrated heavy receiver. Which works. We test out the artillery pieces that we built. They do their thing, which is pretty cool. Also blew up a car. Kind of thought it was a second one hitting. Doesn't matter. We talked to, what's-her-fuck here. Start defending the castle. I get completely fucking destroyed like 3 times. And I figure, hey, I just watched a, I think it was a Nurbit video. And he ran through the tunnels and stuff, and it just kind of like auto-completed the defense of the castle. So I wondered if it would happen if I did it too. And it kind of does. I'm going to have to test it out a little bit to see if this is a way to just skip defending the castle. But it might be. We break into the Institute, which is under the Institute. We get the pulse charge, which if this is an electromagnetic pulse charge, which is usually given off by a nuke, mind you, and we're putting it on a nuclear reactor of some sort. I guess beryllium is like radioactive or some shit. And the beryllium agitator is actually supposed to like enrichen beryllium to make it give off power, and as such would not be radioactive unto itself or something. I don't get how short-circuiting everything around it would make it, well... Yeah, I feel like it wouldn't go nuclear. I feel like it would just kind of be a Chernobyl thing. Like, there'd be a really bad explosion with a bunch of radioactive particulates and shit spewing out, but... Beyond that, it'd be like a... like an overgrown boiler system just fucking exploding, right? Because the way nuclear reactors and shit work is it's something that gets super hot, so you dump cold water on it to make steam to spin a turbine. It's just a really fucking sophisticated steam fucking generator. That's it, right? I'm almost out of ammo at this point because I decided not to restock before I came in here, even though I shoot like no fucking tomorrow. Try to like double and or triple tap everything. It works wonders for the most part, but a lot of the time you're kind of stuck in situations like this when you decide not to save bullets. We hit Z4K97B. Because why not? The doctors go out in 1 or 2 shots. Mind you, I was also thinking of using a, well, at least grabbing a flamethrower for this run. For that one episode there with the, overgrown mold. I decided against it. Keep it nice, simple, one weapon. What would he do? And again, when it comes to Fallout 4 videos and stuff like this, I try not to leave a character stat block because... I don't know, the stat system is really fucking weird in this game. So, a couple of strength, some agility. I try to max out intelligence when I can for more experience. It just makes the old experience faster. I die while getting teleported, which is kind of fucking funny. Didn't know that could happen. I load back in and then automatically get teleported anyway, which is fun. And then I just have to set off the nuke. So yes, you can beat Fallout 4 as Spike Spiegel. I just suggest taking more ammo with you if you do. I will try my damnedest to leave a link for the gun in the description. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Stick around next time. You know, same time, same place next week. As always. Thanks for watching.